The year is 1997. We're going to talk about face.
You can keep going, but that'll just give you
we're going to talk about Face Off.
Yeah.
I forget how loud I talk, and then when I listen back to the episode, I'm like, wow, I'm kind of an asshole. So
No, it's fine. It's fine.
we just had to move your seat. That's okay.
yeah, because I'm so loud.
Face Off.
So like I said, we are going to talk about Face Off. I am Ryan Lee. To my left is
Bran.
To my right is
Christopher Lee.
and we are drinking Temperance Greenwood Beach, based out of Evanston, Illinois. Ale with pineapple blonde. Oh, it's a blonde with pineapple.
So wait, what were you reading there? You're like, oh, I don't want to drink this.
Bran, why don't you read?
Okay.
So you like books so much.
Oh, Mr. Smart.
Sorry.
Swimsuits on fences. Chances taken. Summer belongs to the carefree and the courageous. Greenwood Beach Blonde embraces summer with a bold addition of pineapple. It's a beer for the opportunities you don't pass up.
Wow.
God, it's just beer. I mean,
That's so. I feel
pretentious.
I feel. There was a midget in that can.
That's the opportunities escaping.
Thank you.
It's pretty good.
Oh,
The beer.
hiccups.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Bam.
All that shit you're talking about it.
Did we talk about this to where, like, when did our products start talking to us? I feel like we've talked about that before.
We might have.
Maybe not on air, but
Yeah.
you have talked about. Yeah,
It's
so you're
just
talking
like-
about the
yeah.
was it the Chipotle bag?
Yeah, that or like Snapple bottle, just like,
Yeah.
hey, you with this in your hand right now. I'm like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah. Anything could just say like pretzels. It's a white bag with black lettering. I'm like, okay, I'll take that. Eat it. I don't need like the
Right.
I know what. Yeah, I know what I want.
Kicked in the face with salt. That's fucking dumb. Hey, you're about to have a dry mouth because you're eating fucking pretzels.
It's like, yeah, I want that one.
You like the desert? This is a John Woo movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know how I know?
It said John Woo, right?
That's the first thing on screen, I think.
Yeah.
Flying Doves.
Yes.
Oh, is he a flying
that
dove?
is a director trademark.
I think in every one of his movies.
Wow. Because I was just like, why are there just so many doves?
That's his thing.
I was like, man, someone's got to call an exterminator.
What did you just say?
Or whatever, a bird
That's your
catcher.
problem. There you got doves.
To switch things up, I'm actually going to do the IMDb plot keywords in the beginning.
Okay.
Just so people know what to expect from this movie and possibly this review.
Yes.
Review.
This is top quality.
Face transplant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Face. In case you want a movie
That's
with
a
faces
stretch,
in it.
But yeah.
Death of child.
Oh.
Who would want to watch a movie like, hey, you know what? I want to see a dead kid tonight.
How many other? Well, I guess there's quite a few movies where the kid dies in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that your
I was
go? Is
about
that your
to-
go-to?
Yeah.
It's like
I was about to make an Eric Clapton joke there, and I decided not to.
kudos.
There's a really good triangle ding in that song too.
Really?
Yeah.
Triangles are underrated.
Bing. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Is it like on par with Proud to be an American and like the cymbal crash?
God. Yeah, it's up there. Very pronounced.
Other IMDb keywords. Title spoken by character.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was that one scene especially.
Yeah. Like, take your face off. Wait, my face off? Yeah, your face off.
Oh.
Yeah.
And last one is prison.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking...
Drew Carey's brother.
Yes. Yeah, the space... Well, no, it's not in space, but it looks like it's in space
Right.
prison. And I think this is actually one of the trivia, but the magnetic boots or whatever they have are the same boots from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
So this is quality.
I've seen the Super Mario Brothers movie more times than I care to.
I've seen it
say.
once.
And I've seen
that
it.
was in theaters when it came out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it in theaters.
Everybody do the dinosaur.
I've probably
I forgot
seen
about
it
that
like
song.
maybe 3 or 4 times, but
Wow.
not on my choice. The first was my choice.
Right.
And the other ones were just choices of, hey, we're all drunk and this is on. Everyone's watching it because it's dumb. But yeah, the boots were exactly the same. I did notice that actually. Yeah, that's right.
And
Speaking of Mario, how about Nicolas Cage's mustache?
I was gonna say right there.
Good
It's a-
segue,
Yeah. Oh man, that was a sweet mustache.
Yeah.
It really was.
And it's like a reveal too, because
Yeah.
it's covered up by like the sniper rifle, and it's just like mustache.
yeah.
well, so the music in this whole movie, and I mean, obviously, I noticed it in the beginning sequence, but the music is all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yes.
'Cause it's like John Travolta and his kid on a carousel. It's like dee dee
Yeah.
dee dee dee, and then it, like when it cuts to Nicolas Cage, it's like dun, 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 dee, 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 dun, 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 dun. I was like, oh boy. So yeah, but yes, he has a sweet mustache,
Right.
and there's a lot of slow motion in this movie.
Yes.
And I think
Yeah.
the first slow-mo shot is Nicolas Cage drinking from a straw.
Yeah.
But it's like,
it was something like
did not need to be in slow motion.
Yeah.
This was the first time. This was the first time that I saw this in its entirety.
Yeah, same here.
I've only,
really?
I've only seen clips of
Wow,
it.
okay. Yeah.
So I couldn't remember who was the bad guy and who was the good guy.
Okay.
So like when I first saw it, I'm like, oh, I thought like Nicolas Cage was the good guy.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
well,
It-
it kind of
yeah.
is,
'cause-
depending on when you start watching.
Right, right,
yeah.
right,
Exactly.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, oh, he's the bad guy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And whenever I see John Travolta, I just think Grease. I can't get that image of him like out of my head when I'm seeing him in other movies. So I'm just like, I look at him and then I just see leather jacket and grease hair. I'm just like, that's fine. You said
Boo-doo, doo-doo. He's a Scientologist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because so is Danny Masterson.
Oh,
Really?
Yes.
and he was in.
This movie.
Yeah.
Do you
That
guys
70s show also.
do you
but-
guys remember the
And the ranch.
commercials?
And what?
The Ranch?
Yeah, I never saw it. I heard about it, never saw it.
It's a terrible show.
Do you guys remember the commercials for Dianetics on TV late night for L. Ron Hubbard?
No.
Scientology. Yeah, I remember like being maybe like 4, 5, 6 years old and seeing like Dianetics, and it showed the boat was a big volcano. I always thought it was about volcanoes. I didn't realize it was like Scientology.
The
stuff.
volcano camp.
Yeah, I'm just like volcanoes. Yeah, everyone should get that. Well, no,
Did you ever go to space camp?
I did not. I don't think I ever went to camp.
I remember a kid going in kindergarten, and I remember him being really woozy when he got back.
Like always woozy, or
No, just- they put him on
Not
that,
always.
the centrifugal, that thing, like the centrifugal thing. They put him on.
I think so, yeah.
Well, that's what he gets.
Do you think, is space camp still around?
it has to be.
I'm sure there is. Yeah, I'm sure there's a space
camp.
We should all just go. Right away, nerds.
Get some freeze-dried pizza. The ice cream was pretty good from what I remember.
Yeah, I remember you having that.
Mhm.
I think Field Museum is actually where I tried that. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can buy it.
Yeah, so it was pretty good.
So Nick Cage's mustache, also his haircut. I feel like so I started making a list of all the bands that he could, because this is late 90s.
Yeah.
So it looks like he could have been a member of Eiffel 65, no doubt,
Yes. Yeah.
or Len. I think that's the name, Len.
Yeah.
They did Barbie Girl.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
No, that's
That's Aqua.
Yeah, it's Aqua.
Who's Len?
Steal My Sunshine?
Yes, that's what I mean. I'm sorry. Yeah. But Aqua also.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. God.
Both of these movies were actually pretty 90s.
Yes.
In different
yeah.
ways, but very
Yeah.
90s.
The other very 90s was the huge floppy disk.
It was a zip disc.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which came out slightly after floppy disk and basically just held more space.
I remember using zip discs in high
'cause-
school. Go to your zip drive and yeah,
Yeah,
all that
because
stuff. Yeah.
he handed it to him, and like the top was different. I was like, "Oh, that's good,
was
weird
thicker.
floppy."
Yeah.
So, but when he puts it in, it says zip disk on the drive. So I was like, "Oh, yeah."
Zip disk.
There it is.
So, and we're gonna keep going with that format to where we don't go blah blah blah. But essentially,
Right.
Nick. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Nick Cage kills.
Yeah, he's trying to kill. Oh god.
Why is he targeting him?
Because John Travolta, he's the FBI guy, so he must have been trying to go after
Oh yeah,
Nick Cage before. So he's
Nick Cage said he's just a terrorist for hire.
right. So he goes to shoot Travolta,
Right.
and then whoops, he hit Travolta's kid.
Right.
I mean, it goes.
It gets Travolta, but it goes through Travolta.
It hits the kid.
Kills the kid.
Yeah. So
I didn't feel bad at all.
yeah, the kid was on the ground. Travolta's like crawling over. I'm just like, can we please just go to the next scene?
Right. Yeah.
So like I really wanted to love this movie, and I do love parts of it.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some things that are like, oh, that's kind of meh. And one of them was that scene because Nick Cage like shoots, Travolta, ends up killing the kid. And there is like a shot where it seems like Nick Cage is like, oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. Like he's kind of surprised.
Well, you saw he took aim a few times and the kid was in the way each. So he kind of waited and moved a bit. Like he didn't want to hit the kid. But
yeah, so he shoots, ends up killing the kid. He acts surprised. But like, isn't that like the cardinal rule of like owning a gun is like know what you're aiming at and what's behind it?
Right.
Yeah,
So it's like, really? Are you really that surprised? Like, I don't know. Sorry.
no, okay, got it.
And it's like the next scene, right? Where like he's like fiddling around with that bomb.
Yes.
He's wearing a priest outfit.
Yeah, so that's 6 years later.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But here's another reoccurring thing through his movies: the windmill headbang.
Oh,
really?
He did that in...
I couldn't tell you.
Dude, he did it twice.
I couldn't tell you any other John Woo movies I've seen.
No. In Nick Cage movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Oh, I thought you meant like the director.
That's what John Woo.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's a weird thing. He has to now. I mean, we gotta contact him. He's got to do this.
No, he
tweet at him.
What did he do? What was the other one? I remember.
Zandali?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how he's introduced in Zandali?
Yeah.
As he walks in and he
And then
does
there's another one.
Yeah.
The other one is...
What is it?
Oh, man.
Fuck, there's one more where he does the windmill headbang, and I can't remember.
Guarding Todd?
We gotta get you out of here. Fuck.
Firebirds?
No.
Honeymoon in Vegas, Deadfall, Zandali.
Wait.
Vampire's Kiss, Wild at Heart.
No. Oh, wait. It is Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because when they're like, when they're slam dancing in the desert.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then also, yeah, so I mean, this is a very John Woo movie aside from the dubs, but I feel like in his movies, he does a lot of the double gun thing. That's another reoccurring thing.
A lot of double gun and a lot of jump to the side and shoot.
Yeah,
Everyone
so
needs to jump through glass to shoot a gun in this movie, it seems like. Or be like rappelling from a rope from a helicopter.
Yeah, lots of that too.
But then, but when they're on the runway too, it's like that gust of wind that blows up his jacket. I feel like that's a real like it's like the wind.
That was a reference to Lawrence of Arabia, I think. Yeah, because it sounds like really slow-mo jacket.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So it was the bomb. Nick Cage puts the bomb up thing there, and he comes down, and he's all garbed in the priest garb.
Yeah.
And there's a choir convention going on.
Choir convention?
No, it's
it is a choir convention.
Yeah, it's like the sign on the outside.
It was just a convention with a choir, but okay.
Yeah. And one of the choir girls is standing there, and then Nick Cage gets a little fresh with her, and she's like, all right, you know, like this. So, but she's a church girl.
So he didn't know her beforehand?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Because initially I was like, oh, maybe like she's in on it.
Yeah, no. Well, it just look because Nick Cage, he plays a very cocky, like I'm number one, everyone else is number 0.
I'm just gonna say right now, this is probably my favorite.
His favorite role.
Yeah,
he plays a bad guy.
Yes,
fantastic.
And he's the right amount of nutty.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. He was really good when he was a bad guy.
But one part that really made me kind of chuckle is when they're trying to take off, and he has the FBI agent out the door, and he shoots her and then throws her out. And he's like, "Whoopsie!"
Yes. Actually, I took a screenshot of that. So, but just before that, though, like, so when he gets on the plane, but before he's getting chased by the FBI, that whole scene where like she sits on his lap, he's like, "Oh, do you want to suck my tongue?"
yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, that's gross." And then she does it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And she is like, the FBI is so ineffective in this movie. They're all like Barney Gumble, you know, like the bumbling, like
Barney Gumble.
wasn't that the
No, Barney Fife.
Isn't Barney Gumble?
That's from The Simpsons.
Yes, it is.
Fine, Barney Fife. Wait, Barney Gumble. Which one was he from The Simpsons?
The guy who
Barney.
That was Barney Gumble. I never knew his last name. I was Barney.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I must have known
Don't
Gumble.
cry for me, I'm already dead. Talking through my face.
Yeah, so yeah, of course. So like, yeah, they're all just FBI freeze. She stands there. They kind of like walk over to her, and like take her gun and like, oh,
No,
gotcha.
remember, Nick Cage's brother throws the briefcase at her.
Yeah.
But
And that's how the gun falls out.
Still, like, you're a trained FBI agent. If a briefcase is gonna take you out, you know, maybe
Nick Cage's brother, Pollux, what was his name?
Pollux.
Yeah. Super annoying.
Oh my
His
god.
voice. Bye bye.
Yeah. Oh my god.
That his voice is supposed to be a reference to something, and
Oh, he was fucking terrible. I couldn't
it
stand
was.
him. I couldn't wait for him to die.
It was yeah.
no. Voice and speech mannerisms. Oh, inspired by Charles Crumb, the brother of artist Robert Crumb.
What a fucking.
So, who's more annoying? Pollux or Dana Carvey from Trapped in Paradise?
I think I'm gonna go with Pollux.
Oh, I think
Really? I went with Carvey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
Pollux.
but I think it's only because of Carvey is on screen more.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Yeah. But
Yeah,
Pollux,
just-
and he had his like
yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, especially pumpkins.
But the one thing that, on that runway chase scene, how did Travolta get from the Hummer to that helicopter so fast?
Yeah, I don't know how the whole thing went super fast. And Nick Cage, he's the perfect aim. He could shoot anyone, like any shot. It would like go anywhere, hit anybody. Everybody else couldn't hit anything. Like literally, they're shooting for the plane. They're like hitting the opposite side of stuff. It was just like, okay, this is just getting a little too ridiculous.
But yeah, so, and then somehow, right?
Oh, yeah, that because Travolta gets out in the helicopter,
Yeah.
and he stops the rudders from
that's
the
right,
plane
yeah,
going
so it
up.
can't take off.
So it can't take off.
Yeah.
And then he ends up shooting into the engine a couple times,
Right.
And then that big fire explosion,
Yeah.
which, if I'm not mistaken, I probably am. That was something they did on MythBusters maybe to see if that this could really happen, and I don't think it could happen. Yeah, because
I mean, not really a shock, but
yeah. So
But yeah, they're like fighting in a warehouse, and then that jet engine blows. Blows them back. And,
Which weren't all the bullets? Weren't they really like sparkly?
Sparky? Yeah.
Like every bullet hit had just sparks coming off of it.
Yeah.
Even like it hit a wall, there were just sparks everywhere. Okay, yeah, I thought that was a little too much.
So yeah, like Nick Cage is presumed to be dead and stuff like that, and John Travolta comes back home. He's like, "Oh, we got him, honey."
Yeah.
But then the other side plot that I couldn't give two shits about is the whole daughter side plot.
The angsty teen drama.
And so the reveal of the daughter is super weird.
Yes.
'Cause it's just the back of the head.
Yes.
Of her head, I should say. But they kept like showing that shot.
Yeah.
So it just made her look like from the Addams Family thing.
Yeah.
It's just like the thing of hair.
Yeah.
Like it kind of like made her look like that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
She eventually like turns around. It's just like makeup up the
Yeah.
wazoo.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know.
I mean,
just like, is
maybe it was
thing?
shocking back then, but when I saw it now, I was like, oh, she just got a little bit of
Yeah,
mascara.
like, it kind of made me like reminiscent of like those Jerry Springer episodes or Jenny Jones. It's like my teen dress is crazy. This is they just wear black and have like a nose ring. Like,
She's 14 and she doesn't care.
my child worships Gwar.
Which I have a story about that later.
But when,
I used to worship Gwar.
but when she said like I think John Travolta says the line like, "Oh, who are you trying to be?" And she goes, "I'm trying to be me." And I'm just like, "Oh, really, we're going there. Like we're doing a little on the nose." Huge floppy disk.
First appearance of a face waterfall.
Oh my god. They do that a lot in this movie.
Yes, they do.
And actually,
is it that I'm like, when they first did it, I'm just like, because I've seen it before. So like the first time I saw the movie, and he did it like to his son at the beginning, I'm just like, is that easy supposed to do that? Is that?
But my favorite one was I think it was at the end where he does. I think he does it to his wife, he does it to his wife. No, the daughter. But like he does it and like catches her lips. So it's like,
well, at that part, that's when like, no, I don't. Okay, wait, let's not skip that far ahead, just because I don't want to. Well, they do it to that little boy. The daughter does it to the little boy.
The daughter does it to the little boy.
Right at the end. It does it to him.
Oh, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the end.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But, so they find out about that whole bomb, or the FBI finds out about that bomb thing. Like, oh, there's no way we can find out about this thing. Yeah. Like, oh, unless we do this wacky thing. Like, first off, going that route, it's just like, we've tried everything. Let's switch faces.
Hey, do you want to be that guy that killed your kid? Do you want to do that? Because that would be lots of fun.
Well, and they couldn't. They're like, oh, we can't tell anyone about it except this one other agent. But why?
Right.
Like, because the whole idea was just he'd go to prison, talk to
Pollux,
right,
and like get the info and then leave. Like that was the whole plan. So like, why did they like not tell anyone else? That made no sense.
Yeah. But my because like I said, I really liked Nick Cage's character, or the way he played it in this movie.
Yeah.
And the first kind of little mini freak out is after John Travolta realizes, after he sees himself in the mirror, he breaks the mirror. He's like, "Fuck you!" I'm like, "Oh boy, here we go!" I got super stoked.
Yeah, that was really good. Okay, so I wanted to ask you guys this question though: if this was a possible thing, who would you want to switch faces with?
So does it have to be someone built like me? Well, no, because if we're going to go by the guidelines.
Michael Jordan. No. That's who I want. Okay.
No, they don't have to be built the same.
Because they were similar, but they were saying that they weren't perfect.
Well, yeah, because they even say like, oh, we'll take out your love handle so you look more like him and stuff. So I had not thought about that.
I didn't want to think about it until like I asked the question too, because I wanted us all to like kind of think.
Phil Collins. No.
I feel like they have to be built like us.
Yes,
me and you and you.
Yeah.
No, they all have to be built like you.
Okay, assume the person that you want to be is built like you. It doesn't just assume they are.
So you can pick anyone.
No, you can't pick anyone. It doesn't work that way.
This isn't a real thing. You could play pretend. Like if I could, I would do what's his face from Amazon, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
No, because I would switch and I would just
steal all his information,
and I would just be, and I would quit. And I would just be rich for the rest of my life and not do anything.
Yeah.
I would give money to people. I would help whoever I can. I would do a bunch of stuff.
Unless you got a plan.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, oh man, it'd be funny to be Abraham Lincoln because he's ugly.
I can't wait to get shot.
I don't go back in time. I just get his face.
Just sitting in the theater waiting. Like,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You turn around. I know it's coming.
I don't see you, but I know you're there.
Yeah. Foreshadowing.
To a different movie.
I don't know. Like Ryan Reynolds or something, I guess.
Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. See? Do you see how easy it is to pretend? The imagination.
Wasn't very fun.
The rainbow.
Denzel Washington. But so after like he gets the face swap and stuff like that, but when they're talking about all the different stuff because they do that whole microchip technology,
yeah,
and so they have to like sync up his voice and stuff like that, and they're like, yeah, if anything hits it, blah, blah, blah. So they're naming all these things that could set up the microwave chip. And one of the things is, or a violent sneeze.
Yeah.
I mean,
and then they spend the rest of the movie in gunfights, fistfights.
Yeah. He's getting knocked around constantly and nothing. Chip's
it's like
fine.
those fucking like acid balls from The Rock.
Right.
It's like, they're super sensitive. He's like jump through windows. It's like, not that sensitive.
Yeah.
One thing I did like about the surgery scene, like when they're actually like swapping faces and stuff, is after they put Nick Cage's face on Travolta, there's this like shot of like someone cutting his hair. So I just like the idea of like someone be like, oh, what do you do for work? Oh, I'm a surgeon. Oh, what kind of surgery do you do? Cut hair. Oh, so you're a barber. No, I'm a surgeon.
I'm surgeon.
So yeah, they send John Travolta as Nick Cage. Oh, this can get real confusing.
Yeah.
They send him to prison, and we already mentioned that the head warden guy is Drew Carey's brother.
Yep.
Yes.
Who's also really good in Zodiac.
Yes. Yeah.
And he was in Mindhunters.
I never saw that.
That's really good.
Oh, Mindhunters is really good. Yeah, it's very
Really
good.
good.
Yeah.
And then we already talked about the moon boots.
Yes.
Super
Mario boots.
You want to see?
Nick Cage, he's finally able to convince everybody down there that he's Castor Troy.
Which he does that by beating up another inmate and then repeatedly saying, I am Castor Troy.
Right. Yeah. But the laughing and then the crying and then the laughing and the crying.
But even right before that though, like the guy's like, I thought you got wasted.
Yeah.
He's like, you want to see wasted? And everyone's like, whoa. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like a fourth grade classroom. Like, because I also wrote down the whole I'm Castor Troy. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah. And this is when you see now that the FBI is just in this movie have no idea what they're doing.
Right.
They let everything just fall to pieces. It's just the worst.
And then at some point in here where Nick Cage wakes up from his coma somehow. And so he wakes up and they don't show his face, but Nick Cage is making the choice to talk like he has no face.
No lips.
He's like, I couldn't stop laughing. But then like they show like a glimpse of him. And it just
in
the doctor's glasses.
Yeah.
And it just looks like he has jelly just kind of smeared on his face.
Yeah.
I have some trivia about that.
Oh, boy.
No, it's so basically when they're shooting that scene, either like Nick Cage didn't want to see his face or something like that. So I guess like John Woo took away every like reflective surface in that room. So like Nick Cage couldn't see his like face with the makeup on.
Oh, weird.
So
that's strange. Yeah. Probably didn't want to freak himself out. Or thought he would get freaked out, which probably would have made it better.
Maybe.
Yeah, imagine.
So then that's where the whole face swap thing happens with on the Nick Cage John Travolta and then he ends up going to John Travolta's house
and he's able to convince everybody that he's really Sean Archer, the good guy.
Right.
That he's really the good guy. And which I don't know, it seems kind of hard to do. Honestly.
Interaction with his daughter was
a little
super creepy.
Yeah. Even though you knew it wasn't the dad,
right.
It was still the dad and kind of like reaching, like leaning over her. She's only in her like panties and stuff.
Yeah, but then also like when he's like smoking like the cigarette. She's like, you smoke now? He's like, yeah, don't tell your mom.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she gives this look like, ooh, my dad's cool now. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Let's just forget about those past 18 years or however many. Laughing scene. Was there a scene where they were laughing a shit ton?
When Cage wakes up, he's in the hospital, and basically he calls his goons to call the doctor to get the doctor and all that. When he's on the phone, he like has a crazy laugh that I wrote down. It basically sounds like a creepy door opening. He's like, so that was the one last scene I made a note of.
The other hilarious, because we talked about lots of slow motion.
Yeah.
When Nick Cage as John Travolta asks his daughter if she has protection.
Yeah.
And she's like, do you mean like condoms? And it's just like slow motion butter knife.
Yeah.
Or butterfly knife. Butter knife. English muffin.
Yeah, it just has a stick of butter and
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, yeah, we hate the brother character. The other thing that I hated was when it turns out that Nick Cage, his character, the bad guy, he has a son.
Yeah.
Did that kid have like the worst haircut in the world?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
it was like it was a bowl cut, but it was like angled and then also like this way. So it was like asymmetrical bowl cut. Like,
yeah,
it was weird.
really weird.
And it's another movie in a row where we have those guitar kind of
Oh my God.
wails like during the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Where it's just action. It's just like
Yeah. Yeah, because this is a part now where the bad Travolta, the bad guy, is able to get his brother out of this jail to make this plea deal, and Cage, the good guy, is like, no, but I'm Sean Archer, I'm the good guy, and the Warren's like, oh yeah, right, and kicks him down and everything, and then it must be a while, so the bomb gets defused, everything's saved, but then I love the escape. Like he just, Nick Cage is just like, he sees the guard smoking a cigarette.
Right.
And he's like, all right, walks over him out of the line. He's like, I want a cigarette.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, two cards, like, too bad. Nick Cage is like, I said I want a cigarette.
No, he needs a light.
No, he doesn't. No, Nick Cage doesn't have a cigarette.
Yeah.
And then he
didn't say a light till after they started turning her away.
So then he starts attacking the guard, and then all the guards coming after him, and then everyone around him is like, that's not right, you shouldn't be beating him up, that kind of thing. And then he finally reaches the cigarette, and while 6 guards are carrying him away, he's holding the cigarette.
Yeah.
Anybody got a light?
Yeah.
And they bring him to this like electric chair to give him an electric shock. They let him keep the cigarette. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, why? And then he's like, hey, can I get... And one of the guards lights the cigarette for him right before. It's like, okay. But the guy before he was about to get electric shock was the same guy he beat up.
Yes.
Because he had a sex sandwich with his wife and sister.
I wrote that
Yeah.
sex sandwich.
Yeah.
There's something about that scene that I wanted to bring up, but I'll wait because it comes up again. But mental note.
Yeah. So isn't this like where like the good Nick Cage is like trying to, the guy on the ground has been shocked, so he's kind of out of it. But he's like, I didn't have sex with your wife. I didn't have sex. He's like, let's get out of here. And the guy's like in a Russian accent. He's like, out. Like, did you hear that he had the accent?
Yeah.
Which I can't do a Russian accent at all.
Oh, that sounded dead on, man.
Really? I'm doing my best. And and then all of a sudden, for this super high security prison, everything just goes to hell.
Right.
Yeah, just everything.
Two prisoners managed to take out like an entire company of trained police.
Yeah.
And
did you guys hear the Wilhelm scream?
yes.
Yeah,
it was very out of place.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the actual Wilhelm scream though.
No, you don't think
it
no.
was.
It was.
I really thought it was. It wasn't very loud, but you heard that like I can't do it, but you heard. Yeah. Oh, you heard it. Oh man, because I heard it. I'm just like, wait a minute, and then I Googled it. I didn't see if it was used, but I'm like, yeah, Wilhelm scream.
Good band.
Yeah, well, there you go.
It's a band.
I didn't know
It's a good
that.
band name.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good band also.
The good Cage, he gets to a computer, all this computer stuff.
Yeah. And he knows how it all works.
He's a computer whiz.
Yeah.
So what I don't get though is like he's like hitting all these buttons and then he just like makes the TV like short circuit though.
Yeah. Everything just short circuits and then
Lots of sparks.
And then after that, it gets shot up anyways.
Yeah.
It did. None of that made sense. And then you see like when like all those barrels.
I guess he's just doing
like
he was doing the computer stuff to turn off the magnetic boots, I think.
Well, it could be. How would he know? Did you notice like when all those barrels, like whenever a barrel gets shot, it would jump in the air like 20 feet? I'm just like, I want to shoot a barrel and see how that happens. I just, yeah. And then at this point, I just put, there's a lot of unneeded scenes so far in this movie.
I feel, because this movie was long.
Yeah. 2:15, 2:10, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they could have cut down.
Yeah.
Yes. And we haven't got to the scene that they totally could have cut out towards the end.
Yeah. I think I might know what you're talking about.
Or, I mean, we can just jump ahead if we really want to. The boat chase scene.
Yeah.
That felt so out of place.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was out of place because hold on. Basically, that scene was supposed to be in the boat chase at the end of the film was originally intended for Hard Target, which was also a John Woo movie.
I love that's Jean-Claude Van Damme, right?
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot.
I probably haven't seen that in years. Wow.
But yeah, 'cause it's one of those things where like as soon as Travolta got on the boat, I was like, why are they on boats now?
Yeah.
Like it just
the boat
didn't
thing was
fit
just
anything.
Yeah. The sound in Hard Target is fucking fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta watch that again.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It takes place in New Orleans.
Nolans.
Be sure to keep an eye on your wallet. It's like you were here with him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really
That's
was.
who I would face swap with. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
See? Good, I'm happy.
My pants so tight. Wallet.
God. Well, there's just a huge chunk of this part of this movie right now where good Nicolas Cage is free and he's just running around and he finds...
He gets his brother out of the jail.
And he just finds... It's just... A lot of it's just weird that didn't need to happen. Like he went to one of his like bad guy associates. Remember he walks in, the guy with the bald head.
Yeah,
that dude had a sweet house.
Yeah, he did have a sweet house. But like the whole thing, and that gets raided.
Yeah,
a lot of it,
and that's where we find out that Nick Cage has the kid.
Right, so it's actually like the bad Nick Cage's. That's his kid. It's hard to determine. Yeah, so, but like all that, like he gets in there. They talk for a bit, and then it's action for about 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Right.
Just shooting and going crazy. And then Nick Cage, the good Nick Cage escapes. And then is that when he goes back to his house, to his wife? I don't remember. Something around there.
Yes.
But
yes.
that music for the gunfight.
Yeah, Over the Rainbow.
Oh, not that song, but I love when there's like action.
I don't like that.
You don't. And
I think it's overplayed.
I love when they do that. Maybe I just don't watch enough like action movies.
That's up there with horror movies playing like children's nursery rhymes.
Yeah, I hate that. That's overplayed. I just think I don't watch enough action movies to where I'm still like, that's neat. But like what you said, like the horror movies and there's kids up, I'm just like, this does nothing for me.
Right.
Just show me something scary, even though I'm not going to be scared anyways.
Yeah. I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah, because then
but the mirror scene.
That was smart. I like that. That was good.
really cool because it was like Travolta, like looking at Travolta, but it wasn't Travolta. So there was like they were looking at themselves, but not. I thought that was really cool. That was really neat.
Clever.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. There we go. It all just kind of.
It kind of all blends
together right here because he gets out of that, and this is when he escapes through the roof and he sees Pollux up there, and he tackles Pollux or knocks him through the glass ceiling.
Right.
Pollux falls through, and that's where Travolta, who the bad guy, sees his brother's dead.
Yes.
And he kind of like starting to lose it. And one of the FBI agent comes out and he's like, what's wrong? It's just Pollux. Because he doesn't know that Travolta is actually Nick Cage. Shoots the FBI guy.
Right in the head.
Right in the head. Because he got perfect aim, Cage's got the perfect aim.
Though, the weird thing about the mirror scene, though, is that like they both shoot. And then while both bullets are in midair, they both like duck and like roll out of the way.
Yeah.
Like dodging a bullet. I mean, come on now.
The other thing, actually, so we were talking about the boat scene. So in the one part where the boat goes flying, and then those two go flying, was it painfully obvious that it was stunt double?
Yes. I love that you can tell that they're stuntmen.
Yeah,
there were a few scenes throughout the movie that you could tell that they were definitely stuntmen. It was pretty great. So Pollux is dead now. Nick Cage somehow he gets to his house. You know, he tries to convince his wife.
Right.
He's like, "Oh, my blood type's this, their blood type's that," but he says something to her to make her kind of question it. So she grabs Travolta's blood to see, and then, oh my God, it really is. Oh, now she's freaking out, and this is where everything starts going crazy, and then.
So yes, because basically, like, she takes John Travolta's blood like while he's sleeping,
Right.
And then
If I got stabbed with a thick needle too,
Oh, yeah.
You'd wake me up. I would know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would know.
But yeah, so basically she takes his blood, and then that night, overnight, she goes to the hospital to, like, scan it and see what type it is. That I forget if it's still in the middle of the night or in the morning.
Yeah.
Travolta wakes up, sees she isn't there, so he's like, "Ooh, she might be on to me."
Yeah.
So he goes to the hospital
With his goons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, yeah, he is.
And while they're heading to the hospital, that's when the wife and Nicolas Cage, her husband, are like talking like, "Oh, we gotta come up with a plan."
Yeah.
But then as like Travolta and his goons come into the room and it looks like they're about to catch him talking, they like pull back the curtain and it's Eve just like tending to like some like actual patient.
Yeah.
But how weird would that be for the patient? For this doctor like run into the room and just like start like touching your face. He's like, "You're not my doctor."
And Travolta rips the cloth off the guy's face, and like you could see the guy has this like big like gash on his face, like horrible, and he's just laying there like it's no nothing. He's like, "Well, like go ahead, guys, do what you need to do. I'll just be here, probably dying or whatever."
Right.
Yeah, and then it's starting to fall apart now for Travolta.
Yes.
Yeah, bad Travolta, because
Bad Travolta.
the FBI director now, he's saying, "You got that rage you're doing, your terrorism, you're taking it too far." And then he starts getting like the heart palps.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that's when he notices and he just like hits him in his chest. He's like, "Oh, instant heart attack."
Boss and
He stabs him too, right?
No, he just
He just whacks him in the back of the neck and then like
Are you sure he doesn't stab him with something?
No,
because I think they would have noticed like, "Hey, you've been stabbed."
How come there's a puncture wound in your chest? I thought it was a heart attack.
Though, kind of around that scene, basically, Castor Troy, because I don't want to say Nicolas Cage or John
Right.
Castor Troy, he realized like, "Oh, since I have the good guy's face, what I'm going to do is like basically become head of the anti-terrorism group,
And
so I can take away my competition."
Yeah. Oh, and this is around the part where the daughter comes home with a boyfriend or something. Really sleazy. And Travolta or Castor Troy, he's like, "I only have one more person to take care of." He looks out the window and sees him. And he's like, "Make that too."
Yeah.
He goes out there, breaks the car window.
Yeah, a little excessive.
Yeah.
You could just open the door.
Yeah, pulls him out, nails him in the balls, just beats him. He's like, "Say you're sorry, say you're sorry." And then that's where they do the whole protection thing.
With the knife.
Yeah, with the knife.
Right.
Yeah.
That is there. Yeah.
That and so Castor Troy decides like, "Oh, I'm gonna be like a good guy, or at least come off that way."
Right.
So he also diffuses the bomb that he placed in the beginning of the movie. So everyone's like, "Oh," the whole city's like, "Oh, this guy's a hero," and blah blah blah. What I wanted to bring up was, so he defuses the bomb, it's all over the news, and then he comes back to the FBI headquarters office, whatever. And when he walks in, like everyone's applauding for him.
Right.
There is so much applause in this movie. So at the very beginning, when they kill Castor Troy, the FBI applauds him.
Right.
When Cage, as the other guy, when he steals the cigarette, the prisoners applaud that he got a cigarette. And then when he defuses the bomb, the FBI applauds for him again. So it's like, people just applaud for no reason.
Yeah.
It's just
What work days?
Seriously.
I mean, does something like that get organized, or is that just like? I mean, that can't
Guys,
be.
we're all gonna clap as soon as he walks in.
I don't. It's just stupid.
I mean, don't you people have things to do?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
But because then they go to the funeral, and then
That was kind of cool.
Yeah, everyone kind of like Castor Troy's like girlfriend or whatever, Sasha, shows up there too, even though
Oh yeah, after shit hits the fan.
Says not to, and like so. I pretty much everyone's there. The wife's there. The only one there isn't the daughter, and Castor Troy's trying to get her there too because he's like, "This we're gonna come to a head here," and so everyone's like. Got guns like pointed at each other like 7 people. So much gun pointing, and I don't remember what like set it off. But all of a sudden, just guns just start going off, and I couldn't really tell what was happening.
It's very ambiguous.
And then all of a sudden, Sean Archer is on the ground with Sasha on top and saying, "Make sure you take care of our son." And
Sasha says that.
And he's like, "Okay,
like, he literally does say,
yeah." And then, of course, they have to pull. They have to like kind of like show the blood coming out. Like, I know she's dead. Thanks for showing the blood,
right?
And then that's when the whole, because I actually forgot there was a boat scene in this movie. I actually forgot because that's where it leads up to that part.
Also, during all the shooting, I thought it was hilarious that Eve, Sean Archer's wife, hit someone with a chair randomly.
Super WWE. All of a sudden, and there's also that scene where like the daughter has the gun, like, oh, shoot him, like that whole thing that's kind of played out.
And I almost forgot during the boat chase scene, like. Nick Cage, he's holding onto the chain. He's kind of getting dragged.
When he stands
up. He starts like water skiing. I was like,
that, I think that's when I checked out. Kind of, I'm like, oh.
Well, I loved the part. So when the boat finally, the last boat they're on finally makes that jump and crash, they both fly.
That's where I know it's the stunt doubles.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
They land. They're okay. You can fall 20 feet in the air and land on like sand and gravel. Right. You're fine. But then Sean Archer has got a harpoon gun. And he's about to there's some fighting, but he's about to shoot Castor Troy, and then he pulls the trigger, and then Castor grabs,
which I didn't realize that's how they work, but okay,
I don't know how, so to not get shot. So, but he's like, you're never gonna get this face back, and so he goes to start cutting his face, but he cuts like around where he would cut anyway, not like down the middle, or like take out an eye, like whatever, just
take out an eye.
He's like, oh. He's like, let's make this back. Let's make it easy for you.
Yeah.
And then I think, Sean Archer like kick him in the balls or something, and then he shoots him with a harpoon, and then Castor Troy just kind of like shaking.
Well, but then he's like, die!
That's right. That's a pretty good impression.
Oh yeah. And then he sits there. All of a sudden, all the FBI come and they run up and Sean Archer looking like Castor Troy sitting there, and they all run up and they're like, "Are you okay, Sean?"
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What'd you call me? What'd you say?" And then that's when everything gets taken care of, and there you go. And then
he had this, because then they found like a really good surgeon. And then the wife's sitting at home, and like you see the silhouette of a bloated John Travolta coming home.
Yeah, in which, how do you not know your husband, who's just had major surgery, isn't going to come home? Why was she in the hospital? Like, none of that. Like, it made it made no sense.
And so he's like, it's like, oh, it's my husband with his face.
That's a weird sentence. My husband with his face.
But then it's like, oh, everything's all good. But then
the daughter is not in God.
She's just regular.
But then there's the reveal that John Travolta also brought
Castor Troy's kid.
Kid with the terrible haircut.
Yes.
And then doesn't he say the line, or what's the line? Like, can we keep him or no?
Something like that.
Yeah, because he tells his daughter Jamie, he's like, "Oh yeah, like show her where his room is," and the mom says something like, "I guess it's okay," or something like that.
He's like, it's okay. And she's like, it's okay. Like,
it's a puppy. It's like a puppy. It's like, let's replace our dead son.
If I was that kid and I look around and I'm like, this is not bad, and then like someone
it's better than the drugs I'm used to being around.
Comes up and goes, on my face, I'm like, I don't know if this is the place for me. Then they hug, kiss, everyone's happy.
Probably should have researched this, but I don't know if that ending scene is real.
What?
So when John Travolta walks up to the front door, it is like unrealistically foggy.
Yeah,
like outside the window.
Notice. Yeah,
it's
I did notice.
We're talking like Silent Hill levels of fog.
Yeah, well, even when the door opens,
you
can see this. It is sunny,
like the rays of light. Like
it's just super foggy.
Yeah, because you open the door, it's super foggy and there's light. I was like, oh, maybe like a dream sequence or something.
Yeah,
and if you think of it as a dream, like when the daughter is like in like gap clothes, it's like, okay, dream sequence, right? And they keep the puppy, all right.
Yeah.
But then the movie ends.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so like I was waiting for him to like spin a top or something and like credits. But yeah, that's my theory is that last scene isn't real.
Interesting.
Just because that creepy Silent Hill fog.
Tagline.
I do have that somewhere. In order to catch him, he must become him.
Not great, not bad, not great.
To me, if you really want to sell this movie, it's like come for Nicolas Cage, stay for John Travolta playing Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Face Off. We're taking faces off.
Oh, that's worse.
That's not even here. I've been trying. You could go. I'm going to do a double layer burrito here on you. Oh no. Okay, so okay. When you meet your enemy face to face in sudden death.
Oh,
that's good.
Face to face off, sudden death.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
The studio wanted John Woo to take the slash out of the title, but he kept it in so people wouldn't think it was a hockey movie.
That's
I feel like there was a hockey movie that came out around the same time. So for some reason, I remember a helicopter coming through.
Mighty Ducks.
Dude, have you seen Goldberg lately?
I saw his
mugshot.
Yeah. I didn't think it was him at all.
Not Bill Goldberg.
Yeah. No, I'm like, that can't be him. No way.
He's looking rough.
Yeah. I feel bad for the guy.
No, but I feel like there was a movie where like I remember like a helicopter coming through like a ice stadium, hockey arena.
Ice stadium.
You know what
I knew what you meant. I did, but it just killed me.
Come There's gotta be one called like the Bulldog Ice Stadium or something.
I'm sure there's some ice stadiums out there. I'm sure there are.
Oh, God damn it. All
right. With all my like Barney Gumbles and mess-ups, I'm so glad it's
finally. Some more trivia.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage turned down the role of Castor Troy, citing a lack of interest in playing a villain. However, once he was told that he would actually be playing the hero for a majority of the film, he signed on.
He plays such a good villain.
Yeah,
he really does. I wish he would have when he was still doing the movies back in the 80s, 90s, done more villain roles. You know?
Yeah, he did a really good job.
Yeah. Originally, this is interesting. Originally, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone were in mind to play the lead roles.
I don't like that at all.
Other pairs of actors that were considered: Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Harrison Ford, and Michael Douglas.
Ooh, yeah. Not Michael Douglas though.
You sure?
Yeah.
From Falling Down, maybe. So it was around this era.
Yeah. No, Falling Down, man, that's one of my favorite movies. Falling Down, that's one of my favorite movies. Imagine Michael Douglas at the beginning as Castor Troy and Harrison Ford as the FBI guy. Dude, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not totally sold, but.
Also considered Bruce Willis and Alec Baldwin.
Nope. So much no.
No.
So much no.
Al Pacino and Robert De Niro, which is basically like Heat, but not.
Yeah.
And this one, so much win. Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal.
Oh, man.
That would have been amazing.
Yeah. That would have been great.
Nicolas Cage and John Travolta spent 2 weeks together before filming to learn how to play each other. Yeah. They decided on specific gestures and vocal cadences for each character that could be mimicked.
They did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they did.
The crew shot on Nicolas Cage's birthday. John Woo let Cage get emotionally charged up for a scene and then surprised him with a birthday cake. Afterwards, Cage asked Woo not to do that again. Let's see. John Travolta asked the writers if they were making fun of him with the ridiculous chin line.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
This sounds so terrible. According to one of the producers, the challenging like action scenes, so the like the airplane taking off and the whole boat chase scene, both those were supposed to be all green screen.
Oh, wow. That would have been so shit.
Oh yeah.
Nicolas Cage doesn't like heights. So him jumping off from the prison boat thing was one of the most frightening days of his life.
Huh.
Yeah. No, I hate heights too, so I get it. Yeah.
The special edition DVD contains several deleted scenes, including an alternate ending in which Sean Archer looks into a mirror and Eve gasps as she and the audience sees Castor Troy's face as Archer's reflection.
What's it even mean?
Yeah. I'll have to reread that because I don't know what that means either. The studio nixed this ambiguous ending in favor for a happy conclusion.
What's it even mean?
The only thing I can think of is
Sean Archer is Travolta.
He might still be like Travolta, but because of all like he had to pretend to be Castor Troy, that he's really Castor Troy. Like he's
that's fucking stupid.
I don't know. I'm glad they didn't do it because I don't really get it.
Yeah. So John Travolta would look into a mirror and see Cage and as the reflection.
Like
that makes sense.
He's become Castor Troy.
Yes.
Not
the fact that
inward stuff.
The fact that his wife also sees that makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But I mean, that is a deleted scene, so that means they actually shot that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Budget for this is $80 million. How much do you think it made? It did very well.
Yeah, I picture it doing well. 155.
210.
245.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Beer. What do we think of beer?
Not bad. I mean, it's not great, but not bad.
3.25.
Oh God. Didn't really get any pineapple.
Mm-hmm. I got a little bit.
It had like maybe a fruitiness to it, but I didn't taste the pineapple to it. I didn't taste the pineapple of it, but there was like some sweetness, I guess, to it. But yeah, I'd give it like a 3.25. Yeah,
I'm still on solid like 2.5.
Hey, you are a very harsh critic for beers.
I'm starting to think that I'm not a beer person.
Ooh.
Because last night I had a crap, I forget what it was. But the description sounded like totally up my alley. It was like a little bit of smoke, chocolate, coffee. I was like, all right, I like all these things. I had it. I was just like, So I don't know. I think probably one of my favorite beers would, what's it called? From Dark Lord Day.
Chemtrail.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Best
it's hard
beer.
The best beer.
That's it. And it's impossible to get hold of.
I know. You're right.
That and that spicy beer.
I mean,
Which one?
The one at Dark Lord Day.
Oh, yeah.
Which I still need to figure out which one that was.
Right.
But
there's been a while where I don't want to have beer anymore. But that was a while ago where I just didn't drink beer
we're
for
switching
years.
to scotch.
Yeah. That's actually what I did. I just for like years I would just drink scotch, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. Let's drink beer again, and then now I'm on that right now.
Right.
So,
nice.
Top 3.
Oh yeah. I think for me, it's Vampire's Kiss #1, The Rock #2, and I think it's this replacing Con Air for #3.
Con Air, Face Off, The Rock.
Wow.
Do you still like Valley Girl?
I have to say that it is going to be Firebirds,
Good. I like that.
Face Off, Con Air.
Ooh, okay.
Now, was the Rock was on your list?
Yes.
The Rock was not on your list?
No. I like Con Air more than The Rock.
Yeah. Huh.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. I mean, they're both solid. I'm not saying I don't like it, but yeah, that would be, So, yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Next week's going to be City of Angels.
Which is a very opposite movie.
Yes.
Which I just watched today.
Yeah. So, hey, well, I got to pee.
Hey, this is Brian.
Chris.
Brandon.
We really appreciate you guys checking out the podcast, and we just want to say the only way that we can get more people to hear us is if you suggest us, recommend us, find us on iTunes, rate us 5 stars as always, put a positive review, and hopefully we can put out plenty more content for you.